Hey everybody, this is Pastor Jason from Riverside Church. Take a minute and just listen to what I have to share with you. I hope it blesses you. I hope it encourages you. Maybe it'll challenge you as well. Most of the time I read God's Word, it challenges me to make some adjustments in my life in order for me to be perfected in Him. Perfected, not that I become perfect, but perfected in that I become more mature in Him. I was thinking not too long ago about a man named Isaiah. He was a prophet. And it said in Isaiah chapter 6 that he was going into the temple on the Lord's day, and he saw the Lord high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. He had this incredible encounter with God where he saw the glory of God, the power of God, the angels of God. It's a beautiful story in Isaiah chapter 6. You should check it out if you want to. It's an amazing story. But what I find that's really amazing about that, what I really like about this story is the very first couple of verses. It says, "In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord high and lifted up." I want you to think about that for a second. It wasn't when King Uzziah was alive. It wasn't when King Uzziah was being prosperous. It wasn't any of that. It said, in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord. I just thought it was interesting how that was put together in the Bible. And the thought that I had behind that is, there are some things in our lives that just have to die and have to come to an end before we can move to the next stage in life, or before we can move to the next chapter in our life, or before we can move into the next encounter with God, or the next whatever it is that God has for us, or whatever it is that He has planned for you. I wonder how many of us miss this incredible moments in our lives because we refuse to let things die. We try to resurrect them. We try to revive them. We try to keep things alive that were really just supposed to die off and go off. It's not that they weren't bad. King Uzziah wasn't an evil king. He wasn't a bad king. He was actually a pretty good king. And but in this instance, it was he died, and then in the year that he died, Isaiah the prophet got to behold the glory of God and had this incredible encounter with God. Here's what I want to say to you today. Sometimes there's things in our lives that we drag up from the past and we keep with us, and I think what we end up doing sometimes, we end up hindering our destiny, hindering our future, because we just don't let some of the things in the past die off. Maybe you've been dealing with some hurts and some pains that you just keep breathing life into. You keep rehearsing the story. You keep rehearsing the pain. You keep rehearsing it, keeping it alive and reviving it when you ought to just let the thing die off. Maybe it's an old relationship that you have, and that relationship's not good for you. But you keep going back to it. You keep going back to that person and trying to make things work, and it's just a disaster for you. You're not the same person you are when you're around them. When you're not around them, you're lively, bubbly, excited, happy, joyful. You get around them, and everybody around you notices that you're just not the same jubilant person anymore. Maybe it's because of a relationship in your past. You just got to let that thing die. You got to let that thing go. You just got to release that thing. There's some old memories, some old things that, the way things used to be, and we try to hang on to those things. Friend, I just want to encourage you today and let you know there's some things in our lives, there's some things in the past that they just got to stay in the past. I'm not saying everything. Some things in the past that's worth celebrating, they're worth mentioning as a way to celebrate and honor it. There's other things in our past, they just got to go. And I'm just convinced that a lot of us end up missing out on our destiny because we can't let go of our history. And so I want to encourage you today, friend, if you let go of the history, you might be able to move into your destiny, and you might have some incredible encounters and incredible experiences with God. Your life could turn around in a moment, but just let go of some of that stuff in the past. This is Pastor Jason at Riverside Church. I bless you. I hope you're having an incredible day. Do me a favor, like and share this with somebody that needs to hear it. Somebody who's been struggling with letting go of the past. Somebody who's been struggling with letting things die off that need to die off. Old dreams that just didn't work out. They're still trying to hang on to them. Still trying to become something they were never meant to become. It's time to let that go and move into your future, move into your destiny. I bless you, friend. Looking forward to seeing you next week. God bless you. Take care, y'all.